Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Kev Mac, and I'm here with my best friend. Scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. And now it's time for another episode of I Told You So. Big Dodger fan here, as you already know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You know what I mean? For your listening pleasure, to give you something to do when there's nothing else to do, to give you material while you're at home suffering through COVID and need somebody to give you that push and that inspiration to stand up and be strong and get through this. Because as Americans, we done been through a lot. As Black Americans, we done made it through a lot. So stand up, fight through it. You're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Just like the Lakers and the Dodgers and Kev Mac videos. We're going to be all right. Real talk. So today I hollered at OG Q's, hollered at Pretty Boy, had some good conversation with those guys, got some projects in the making, got the word of confirmation from a partner of mine in the entertainment industry for many years, is down with me to participate in anything that I ask him to participate in. So, man, things are looking good, just like the Dodgers in the World Series. Feel me? But, I'm just here to brag and gloat and just celebrate this moment because we haven't had a Laker championship in a minute, a Dodger championship in forever, and we ain't got it yet, but we will have it. And here's why. Because we got Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. Number 50, Mookie Betts. We got Mookie Betts. For not 12, but 13 years, we got Mookie Betts. We're taking all bets. The main bet. The best bet. Gold glove bet. Matter of fact, I played baseball once. That's probably why I talk about it so much. Hey, go a Little League baseball from back in the day with a little cheap trophy. 1978, gold glove for the Jackie Robinson A's. That's right, over there by Dorsey, Rancho Park. I'm not talking about 18th Street. I'm talking about Little League Baseball, Rancho Park, Jackie Robinson, 1978, gold glove. Yes, Park and Recreations. Before I went to Summit Field, Ladera Park, where the true ballers come from, where the true ballers go to play, where my comrades, my loved ones played, competitors played, Royce Clayton played, Ken Norton played, Lockett played, many others played at there, Little League, Summit Field, behind Zodi's Trail, that don't exist no more. Home Base, Home Depot. You know what I'm talking about. Fairfax and Slauson. In the hills. Yeah, that's right. So, anyway, never mind me. I'm not drunk. I'm not high. It's a natural high. I love them Dodgers, though. So here's my thing to the Dodgers. If I'm a Dodger owner or consultant, this is what I do. I get rid of Dave Roberts. He's a lucky man right now. He's lucky to have a job. He's lucky to be in the World Series. He's lucky to share the winning that the Dodgers are doing in the organization right now. I would add a couple more brothers. We need more brothers. Why all the other teams in the league can steal bases and run to the wall like Mookie Betts and catch balls and jump over the fence and rob them for home runs? And Bellinger can do it. Betts can do it. But we need more brothers that can do it. like they're doing on other teams and steal bases and score from second and not get thrown out at home plate by a mile on a single or even on a double. Feel me? I would just add a couple more brothers. Let Rios play, but go get some real brothers, some American-made brothers. Go get some Latin players. You feel me? Just a couple to add some speed, some agility, some leaps, some hops. You feel me? But it's still Dodger organization, and I love it. It's the only organization I grew up watching detail for detail. And so it's only right I celebrate us going to the World Series. But our job ain't done. We must win the World Series in 2020. Feel me? So shout out to the LA Dodgers. Magic Johnson, the ownership, the whole Dodger squad, even Dave Roberts, even you bum. You ought to be coaching third base for somebody. You don't even play small ball like Tommy Lasorda. You don't do nothing Tommy Lasorda taught you. What's up with all this analytics you be playing? By the way, you handled the pitching rotation well. I wouldn't have started May in Game 7. And if I did, or if I let you, I wouldn't have took him out for the second inning. First batter up, home run. No, dude got out of a bad situation after the first 3 hits and gave up that 1 run. He got out of that. That's commendable. That's respectable. You let that man come out and pitch the second inning. But instead, you bring in another reliever, gives up a home run. But you did well after that. I was just telling C-Girl from Harlem, that's her past, but I was telling her they should bring in Kiki Hernandez. I was telling Little Crazy Boy. Kiki Hernandez and Rios. And what does he do? He bring in Kiki Hernandez. And on the 8th pitch, home run. See how simple that was? See how simple that was? It was like he could hear me. I even told Cliffy or Seagull that Bellinger better hit a home run. Foul. He hit a home run. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with me or the manager. I'm just saying, though. I called it. I was calling things. And I didn't call too much, but everything I called happened. It was great bringing in Urias. Shout out to Dave Roberts for that. Good job sticking with Urias. Good job leaving him in. Great job, Urias. Welcome to the Dodgers in 2020. We need you, bro. Keep doing your thing. Tampa Bay, y'all in trouble. Y'all got a couple of players. That's good pitching. We got too many hitters. Don't even worry about it. LA Dodgers in 6. Says Kev Mac. KM Video. I mean, that's doing too much picking what game we win in. But, just for the sake of argument, sake of debate, Dodgers in 6. I'm excited, like the Carlos Jr. commercial. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Get it. Get it. Garlic butter, bacon burger.
And you know what's documented? You could go back and look at the old live streams. I can't go through them all. I can't find them all. And I'm not going to post where I was wrong at, but the Rays, though, the Rays look tough. And them Yankees, postseason, Yankees ain't no joke when the postseason get here. But they having problems right now, though. Absolute problems right now with the Cleveland Indians because of that Yankee pitching stinks, like always. But they got hitters. Bronx Bombers got hitters. Baby. Yeah, the Rays are solid. Remember I said Dodgers versus A's or Rays. Dodgers versus A's or Rays. So it's starting to look like that. I give it to you guys all the time. I don't know why y'all doubt me so much. But nonetheless, it's time to celebrate if you're an LA sports fan. Because we up in here. The Dodgers are back in the World Series. The Lakers brought on the championship. Let's leave the Clippers out of this conversation. They do not apply. NA, non-applicable. Just don't work. It just won't work with the Clippers. Nevertheless, I told you guys twice before the playoffs started, it's going to be the Dodgers and the A's or the Rays. The Dodgers, LA Dodgers, in the World Series versus the American League, A's of Oakland or Rays of Tampa Bay. I told you so. I did it again, once again. Kev Mac Videos, your source for credible information. I told you so. Now, let me tell you why the Dodgers are going to win the World Series. My prediction, the Dodgers in 6. The reason why I give the Rays 2 games is because of their starting pitching. Charlie Morton, Cy Young Award finalist, he does his thing. He does his shit. I give it to him. I can't hate on the dude. Dude is good. He's a good pitcher, period. He don't give up much. And he's clutch. Definitely one of the greatest postseason pitchers in our era, period. You can't take that away from him. So I give him that. He'll probably pitch 2 times. If it was to go 7, he'd pitch 3 times. So we're going to see Charlie Morton twice. I doubt if we see him game 1 because he just pitched a day ago. But who knows? Let's see how desperate they are. Let's see how much fear they show in going up against the great Los Angeles Dodgers. Now remember, I said this was the greatest Dodger team that I've seen. And we won World Series in my lifetime when I was a kid in the 70s, when I was about to become a legal adult in 88. So we won some World Series, but this to me is the greatest Dodger team in my lifetime. So we'll see what happens. I'm a diehard Dodger fan. I love the Dodgers. I love the way they playing. I love the lineup. In fact, do you guys remember that I said this before the season had began? This before COVID came. I said the Dodgers this was the best team I ever seen the Dodgers have. My homeboy Peanut, shout out to Peanut. Peanut hit me up. He said, hey, man, what the Dodgers going to do? I said, this is the best team I ever seen the Dodgers have. He said, you say that every year. I said, come on, man. Come on, dog. Every year they've gotten better. He like, how are they getting better every year haven't won a championship? And I'm just saying, you can still lose and get better. So this is that team that I think is the best team that we've had. Whether I said it the last few years or not, I believed it, and I still believe it, and we came close twice, and hopefully this time we win it. But Dodgers are fire, man. Experts say San Diego Padres and the Cincinnati Reds are the only ones that can give us problems in the National League. They say the A's would give us a problem in the American League if we go to the World Series with them. I disagree with that. And if you think that, I don't think you're an expert. Because the Dodgers own the A's. The A's cannot mess with the Dodgers this year, period. The Dodgers have been smashing the A's with no problem. By the way, Skunk Dog, what up? Skunk Dog sent me $25 to put a parlay in for him. I picked 5 teams. We won 4 out of 5. My bad, Skunk Dog. I should have known not to mess with the Braves. It's something about Atlanta that never adds up. I don't know what it is about the ATL, but I should have went with the Dodgers. My bad, bro. My bad. Well, here's the thing about San Diego Padres. If you're a gambler or a baseball fan, here's the thing about the Padres. They went to the Cleveland Indians and got Clevenger. Clevenger is supposed to be the man, the 1-2 punch that's going to win the World Series, that's going to knock the Dodgers off and get to the World Series. Clevenger, he's hurt. He's been hurt. The last 2 games he come out and His biceps are hurting. So that's a problem. Second of all, the Padres don't have no bullpen. The Padres can't hold no lead. The Padres are based purely on their number one pitcher and their lineup. Man, that ain't enough to beat the Dodgers. The Dodgers got too many hitters. Too many. Yeah, the Padres got hitters. I'll take nothing away from their lineup. But the Dodgers, man for man, are better than the Padres lineup, and the pitching is better. The pitching, Dodger pitching, is not good to me, but number-wise, they're the best in the National League. So Padres have a problem. I told you so. Miami Heat are a problem. San Diego Padres got a problem. I told you so. Now, Tampa Bay got hitters. Margot, Lowe, Arizona, however you say his name. He's a good hitter. He's the best player on the Rays. So we got to look out for the number one spot and the number three spot. Number three spot is really the most important spot that we got to worry about in the Rays lineup. But that's one player. Add Margot, that's two. Choi, he's whack, but he's a clutch hitter. He comes through in a clutch. He's going to make contact. Wendell's been good, but come on, man. I mean, really? You're going to count on Wendell to beat the Dodgers? I don't think so. Yeah, he might hit a home run off Kershaw. He might hit a home run off Johnson. He ain't going to do much more than that. I think this matchup is a lot easier for the Dodgers than the Atlanta Braves was. Only difference is the Rays have better pitching. Atlanta pitching couldn't hold up against the Dodger bats at all. Neither would the Rays. But the Rays do have better pitching. Better bullpen, better starting pitching. The Dodgers got better bats. A lot more better bats. Dodgers bringing home a World Series championship in 2020. I mean, we good. The only spot we hurting at, to me, is the manager position. Dave Roberts is the worst, in my opinion, as a faithful Dodger fan, as a fan of the game, as a man that knows the game, as a betting man, the worst that we could ask for. And closing, Kelly Johnson, man, I don't even want to say it because we need him. We need him, and I've needed him for years. He's not reliable, but I'm not going to call him the three-letter word. So now, as far as the Slick interview with Big Kenzo from Campanella Park, it's a good interview. It's racked up numbers for part one. Part two is even better. Part three is even better than that. So part 1, 2, and 3, I think are good, real good interview. It's very different because we're used to interviewing black guys from black gangs. And as Slick says, Slick Nella or Slick Brew says he's African-American. It is what it is because, like OGQ says, we didn't join these gangs based on race. We're not racist. Don't let nobody put that thought in your head that we're racist or black gangs or in LA County or Southern California are racist. There's just incidents that became racial or gang wars that became racial. But in my lifetime, there's always been racial mixing within gangs. Blacks from Mexican gangs, Mexicans from black gangs, other Hispanics and Latinos being part of predominantly black gangs, and vice versa. So anyway, Slick's a good interview. Real good dude, solid dude. He's funny. At least he tries to be funny. Like Slick just thinks he's a comedian, but he is funny. I give him that. He's funny and he's cool and he's solid. He welcomed us into his home. So you guys will get a bar of that, maybe part 4. Yeah, this is like a 4-part interview. And we need to hit Slick up again and revisit Slick. Yeah, because people want to know more about NWA. It probably ain't even your business. That's why I didn't ask more about it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to just ask questions, you know what I mean, about alliances, why they formed, who the alliance are, because sometimes that's just intel that the police don't already know about. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I would like to run it by them and let them know this is what we want to discuss. So Slick or whoever's speaking on it know ahead of time what they want to say and don't want to say. So they can already be rehearsed on keeping everything clean as far as the whole get out. You know what I mean? But anyway, Nella West Athens, as they say, people want more information on that. And I always got to be careful when people want information, whether they direct it directly at me or just in open forum, because sometimes I'm scratching my head like, why does this person want to know that? Why is this person asking detective type questions? Like, what are you doing? Are you looking for a conviction? Or is this for personal reasons? And if it's personal, why do you need to know that? Like, you're not from that hood. You don't beef with that hood. You're not even from Compton. Why do you need to know that? You know, because let's be real. In the comment section, in my direct messages, people are always asking about unsolved happiness. People are always asking straight out, who killed who? Sometimes they go as far as to say who they think killed somebody. And it's like, wow, especially when they blame it on the police. It's like, things that make you go. Because sometimes, in my mind, not necessarily yours, might not necessarily be a fact, but it's like, could be devil's advocate. Could be like, no, police didn't kill him, such and such killed him. You know, the tricks that you see on 48 Hours, Unsolved Mysteries, stuff like that. Stuff you see in a detective movie or New Jack City or something like that. You know, but anyway, you know, I can't stick to one topic. We got the sports, we got the urban gang culture that people are most recently asking, why are you guys still talking about this? Because there's still people doing this or want to do this. And so it's still relevant and history is important. If you don't know where you came from, you won't know where you're going. You know, and so some things are areas where some of us dwell at or some of us are interested in. And that might not be for you. So go watch whatever channel you want to watch and go talk to whoever you like content. But don't come over here bothering us. We're not bothering nobody. We're a unique group of people interested in some of these stories. They may be serious, they may be comical, it may be historic, it may be just something that plaguing our communities. We may enlighten each other on how the police mistreated us back in the day or still mistreat us, the tricks and different things that LA County Sheriff or LAPD may have done back in the day or any other police department. Could be a number of things. But the fact is, we're not bothering nobody. We're innocently chopping it up and sharing a culture that has saved some and killed off many. It's not much different than the Holocaust or slavery. It's something that happened That don't mean we proud of it. It don't mean we bragging about it. We're enlightening people. We're schooling people. We're educating people. We're giving you another way to think, allowing you to think outside the box if you're not that narrow-minded to listen or understand. And that's what's going on with all this racial injustice going on in America right now and the rest of the world. Now you have white people who are finally listening to some of the things black people have been saying for years, and now they're seeing it because it's been taped on a cell phone or a video camera, and now they see that we've been telling the truth for years, and some of them feel sorry for us or trying to understand us or stand with us, beside us, or behind us because they know it's not right. And so it's the same with this talking about gang culture. We know a lot of that stuff wasn't right. Some of us have no regrets. Some of us do have a lot of regrets. But the bottom line is history. It happened. It's the life we live. We didn't write about this. We didn't make this up. We're not emulating somebody else's life like some of the rappers do. This is real life stuff that we lived through thick and thin, through good and bad. You know, some of us, like Big Kenzo said, Nelly Mel said, the gang is like family. We don't look at it as a gang. It's like family. A lot of my friends, I view as family. A lot of other people from the gang ain't necessarily my friend or my family. I'm wise enough to know that, and you should be wise enough to know it too. So we don't mean you got 1,600 or 1,200 or 200 or 300 people from your hood is family. No, that's some bullshit. But we saying the environment and just the camaraderie and breaking bread and protecting each other and riding down for one another. That's the family environment that we speak of. It don't mean that we did a bunch of good things and everything we did was fun. It don't mean we didn't break the law or inflict harm on somebody. But the love that we have for each other to protect one another and be willing to go down for life sentence with each other or not put out secrets that we share on missions or that we may have did as far as like a burglary, a robbery, or you know, something like that. And, I mean, it's just life. It's the way it happened. When we talk about Nixon and Watergate, we talk about Reagan and Iran Contra scandal. We talk about Freeway Rick and the drugs, the CIA, World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War. Are we glorifying the Vietnamese chopping heads off? You know what I'm saying? When we showing Muhammad Ali knocking out people, should we hide that? Should we not know Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson put people on their pockets? Put them on their ass. Are we supposed to hide this? This is things that happen. This is a violent world, a violent society that we live in, and hiding it ain't gonna do nobody no good. Just because you talk about it or reminisce about it, it does not mean you're glorifying anything. And had I did glorify anything, that's my God-given right to do. And who are you to tell me I can't brag about something I did or did not do? Because when I tell you that I regret something, or I give you the information so you don't do something stupid like me or end up in prison like me, you're not going to pat me on the back for that. So don't down me when I talk about what I do as a not necessarily monetary gain, but as a hobby, as just something that I'm well aware of, something that I could have had a PhD or a master's degree in, because like so many other people in Southern California coming out of minority neighborhoods, I lived it. It was everyday life. It's a part of my life. It will always be a part of my life. Just like I got pictures sports players that I grew up watching, Walter Paytons and Tony Dorsett's and Dave Parker, Willie Stargell, Bo Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Billy Sims, these type of guys, I got game pictures too. I like to reminisce. I like to make sure I don't have dementia and forget the life that I lived, the sports that I watched, the homeboys that I had that are no longer with us. So who are you to come to KM Video live streams and tell us that we glorifying something and we need to knock it off? No, we need to knock your head off. You need to get slapped upside your head and go watch a YouTube channel that you like. Go watch Superman or Spider-Man or the Hulk. Go watch that fictional stuff that you guys like so much. Go watch some of those fictional dramas that you like so much. Or matter of fact, go watch some serious drama that's based on our lives. And we ain't getting no money for it. How about that? With that said, I'm out of here. Shout out to the LA Dodgers. Shout out to my Mac heads and my maniacs. Shout out to the Campanella Parks, particularly Slick Rue. Again, we'll try to holler at Slick once more after this 4-part series. I think it's a good interview, overall interview. This is a brother that come up in the gang and, you know, as a youngster started hustling and hanging in the park and started hustling big time and eventually changed his life around, doing the right thing, got a message to share and get along with so-called enemies, so-called rivals. He's meeting with them now. He's doing things to help his community and other communities. I think that's to be commended. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby. Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby. For the dime moves and the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole.
For the homegirls with the scrap game.
Lil' homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf, I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation, broke as hell, mad and impatient. But if you know your history, you can't have a strong foundation, baby. Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure.